good. Walker Smith, you did it, kid.
Lincoln County finally wins the ball game. 10-7.
The field's all ready, so somebody get the lights. It's Lincoln County football here on Football Friday night. So come on, all you fans of the mighty red and white, and see the Red Devils get another win tonight.
As long as their families, I pray that you would just continue to bless our nation and bring us closer together. I ask all these things in Jesus' name, amen.
All right. Thank you, Mike. All right, like I said, what does it look like the captains for Lincoln County tonight are the injury squad. We got look like number 50 who's on crutches, Dalton Weatherington, number 12 Denzel Gunby. What's the other one? 52, Britt Smallwood, and I can't make out who's the other one. Number 6. But anyway, go ahead, Dan. You got it down there. Turn Dan up.
He's up.
You're up.
Gotcha. Point in the air. Head your tails loud enough for me to hear it. If I drop, we'll retoss. You ready to go? Toss tails. You can see, gentlemen, it is heads. His heads. You have won the toss. Gentlemen from Lincoln County.
We won the toss and we'll defer to the second half.
All right. Dan, quick question for you. If the captains are all on the injured reserve or non-dressing out, who's going to be the actual captains during the game? Do we know?
I will find out for you.
Okay. All right.
More, one. We are the Devils too. Element ladder 3. I still can hear you. More, one. 2, 3. More, one. 2, 3. More, one. We're number 1. Let's go.
All right, guys, there you go.
Thank you, Dan.
All right, Lincoln County is getting set to kick off to the Wolf Pack from Greenbrier. We're kicking from our far side of the field over here. And it's going to drop down on the 25, and nobody was picking it up at first. Two guys ran past it going on up the field to block.
Yeah.
And the ball was just sitting on the field. It looks like Greenbrier will start their first possession, look like right at the 25-yard line.
That's kind of what I've been wanting us to do all year, kind of, Doug, because, you know, the way we kick it, if we'll just kind of pin them over there, you know, and that's what he did. And well, they're starting way back on their own 25-yard line, which is good for us, and that means they got a long way to go to score.
Doug, I think on the quarter issue, I think the way the week runs is Friday to Thursday, so this starts the week.
Starts the week, so he could play them all this time, but just probably not be so eligible for next Thursday. Greenbrier in the shotgun. He hands off to a setback with him, going straight up the middle. Going to pick up about 5 quick yards for Greenbrier. Going to bring up 2nd and 5 with the ball right on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, pretty good push that time by their right side of the line, and kind of a host of Red Devils kind of made the stop right there. And we're just starting this afternoon or tonight, and there's no score. Greenbrier with their first possession.
All right, Greenbrier coming back out again. They in the shotgun. Got a setback with him. Wings on either side. Hands off to his back, going up the middle again. Breaks a tackle at the line. And it's going to pick up about 3.5, maybe 4 yards out of it. So it's going to bring up 4th and a 3rd and a yard.
Yeah, we made an initial hit look like on the line of scrimmage, and he just kept kind of churning his legs there, and he picks up 4 tough yards for Greenbrier. And it's going to be, like you said, Doug, 3rd and just about 1.
3rd and a yard.
Greenbrier is working with their backup quarterback. Y'all may have said that in the pregame, and I missed it, but they're working with their backup quarterback. Their starting quarterback got broken collarbone.
That's right. You're right. You're exactly right, man.
This time, quarterback's up under center in the I formation. Long snap count. Hands to his fullback going up the middle. He's got the first down. Not much more than that. Picks up about 1.5 yards, let's say. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Greenbrier with the ball on their own. Look like about the 36, 37-yard line.
Yeah, they just hit a quick hitter with the fullback right off between, looked like right guard and the center, and he picks up, like you said, about 3 yards. It's going to be a Greenbrier first down on their own. They're out up to their own 37-yard line. No score here early in the ball game.
Greenbrier's coming out. In the shotgun, one setback. Everything else in tight. He hands to a setback. Going off that right guard tackle spot. This time we stuff him and stop him. First time we've stopped him so far out there.
Mm-hmm. Looked like on the initial hit was Marshall, number 5. And so they get nothing that time, it looks like. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for Greenbrier. Ball still on there on 37. 10 minutes to go in the quarter, and there's no score.
Greenbrier in the huddle. Greenbrier dressed in all white with their yellow helmets. Lincoln County dressed with the silver breeches and the red jerseys and the red helmets out here tonight. Man, they got the power on the left side. It's going to be a quarterback sweep coming out of that shotgun, coming down the line. We string it out. He might get a foot out of it, but not much more than that, man. They had everybody lined up. Power to the left all the way. Quarterback takes it straight from the snap and follows all that power, but all they could do is go east-west, nothing north-south.
Yeah, Craig Jones come up and made a good play. They actually run the Wildcat that time, Doug. He direct snap to their running back, and he tried to sweep it out left, but Craig made an excellent play for another no gain for the Wolfpack, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10. 9 minutes to go in the quarter, and there is no score. And it looks like we got more out there playing kind of a little, what is that, safety or a free safety type linebacker.
Okay, he's out here on the right side, kind of a cornerback maybe. And they're going to do a little kind of a little delayed draw. Where They're going to pick up about 6 yards out of it. It's going to bring up 4th. Let's see where they finally spot him. 4th and a long 3 with the ball just shy of the Greenbrier 45. So it should be a punting situation. Like I said, Garrett Moore,
they're playing a little outside linebacker over here on this right side.
I haven't seen him much on playing defense in the past 2 years here.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Matthews a little bit in the pregame about it and said that he wanting to play football. So they go ready to
put
play.
Me in, Coach.
Yeah.
Punter for Greenbrier standing back on his 30-yard line. Our 2 receivers, Sagas and Daniel, standing back about the 24, 25-yard line. It's going to be a short snap, but it's going to be.
He's not going to get it,
They try to fake us. Snap it to the one of the blocking backs, and he tries to take it and get the first down, and they don't, so they'll turn it over on downs.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I did not expect that.
No.
To be honest with you, I did not expect that at all.
I'm afraid from a football standpoint, that's a little early disrespect. So that might come back to home.
Or total respect, and that we need to get this first down to keep our drive going, one or the other.
Good point.
Sherman back in the shotgun, dropping back, looking to pass, going to drop off a screen pass, going to be missed by Sagas. He was out on that far left wide out, coming back across to get in behind the screen.
We had a great call set up, and
Yes.
Mason will be the first one to tell you it was a little high, but he knows he probably should have brought that in, and he had blocking galore out in front of him, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 Red Devils.
Sherman back in that shotgun. He's got a setback with him. And I
think
think we
they're
draw
offside.
them off.
Yeah, I think so.
They're nose man or right tackle, one or the other. They're leaned across that.
Yeah, it was close. I didn't know if he quite broke the little invisible plane there or not, but he did. Yeah, it's going to be so we get a little penalty. We're 2nd and 5 now on their the ball trying to touch the 40. 8 minutes in the quarter, and there's no score.
Bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Sherman dropping straight back, looking to pass, getting forced out of the pocket, throws across the middle. He's got a receiver, number 11, with the reception, catches it at about the 30 and brought down at the 25, and that was Craig Jones on the reception.
Yeah, great play that time by Franklin. Had to do a little scrambling. Boy, somebody really shot the gap on us, and he scrambled out of a couple of Wolfpack grasp and hits Jones over the middle for a good gain. We're on their 25-yard line, 1st and 10 there.
Sherman back there. He's going to do a little inside handoff. I think it's to Jones going up the middle. He's across the 20.
I'm going to tell you, Doug, that time I intentionally watched, man, the line, we blew off the ball then, and we really, really moved some of those big bodies for Greenbrier down 5 yards. For he really even got touched.
Yep.
So 2nd down, now and 5 for Lincoln County. We're on there, 27-20 to go in the quarter, no score. And in just a few minutes, I'll give you the offensive line's names and all that good stuff.
Yeah. In the shotgun again, a hand to Jones. He stumbles as he gets started, but he still manages to get forward, across the 20 to about the 17. we go with that no huddle offense, and it's hard to give you
It
those
is,
tidbits
yeah.
of information in between when they're in the huddle. We can sit here and give you some more information, but now it's their strategy is, or our game plan is, within 12 seconds of the ball being blown dead, to have that next snap.
And now, here we go.
Here it is. And this time Sherman fakes it to Jones, keeps it himself, going around the left side. I believe he's got the first down. He's inside the 15. Going to put him down about the 13, so bring up 1st and 10 with the ball on the Greenbrier 13.
Franklin did a good job that time with the fake over to Craig, and then he did an excellent job kind of weaving his way through the blocking there. So we're now first. Like you said, Doug, we're first down on their 12. We're trying to score.
Sherman throws across the middle, incomplete. Now, where was he throwing?
I think,
He was going to Rusty there. Rusty was looking for the ball to come over the other shoulder, and it didn't have his head turned around in time.
Threw it behind him.
Yep, we're 2nd down and 10 on their 13. 6:36 to go in the quarter, no score. It's good to see Folger. He's back in at right tackle over here on the right-hand side and along. We're hitting at 72 miles.
And they're going to hand to Jones again, trying to go off of that left guard to center spot. Gets it, picks up a couple yards, gets to the 10-yard line. And, the thing we were saying just as the game was starting, Dylan twisted his ankle.
Yeah.
So, Max may be able to come in to do that field goal kicking, but
yeah, we'll have to see what he tries.
Dylan was a known commodity.
Right, exactly.
Sherman rolling right, looking, throws to the end zone, throws out of the end zone for an incomplete pass. Going to bring up 4th.
It looks like we go kick it. Here comes Ashmore out. So little Max is going to try his first big league.
Bless his heart, he was nervous over here on the sideline. I just walked over to him, tapped him on the shoulder pad and said, hey, just breathe. You'll be all right. You'll be fine. Just breathe.
You can make it. Let us let you know once again while we're getting ready for our field goal. Billy McCord is our center. At left guard today, we've got Tyler Howard and Caleb James over on our left tackle. So that gives you our starting offensive front.
Tyler Banks will do the holding for this field goal attempt. He'll be placing the ball down on about the 17, so it'll be a 27-yard attempt.
Hooked it. Did he make it in there? Yeah.
Yes. 27-yard field goal by Max Ashmore.
Max is one of our freshmen. So
I got to write him on my program.
I know we got to get him down.
Number one.
Gets
his number 1. Field goal.
There you go.
Max Ashmore. What was he?
It was a 27-yarder.
It's 6:02.
Yep. So that puts the Devils out in front. Remember, they tried to fake a punt, and we took over on their 45, and we drive it down to about the 10, and we stalled that. But old Maximilian connects on a 27-yard field goal. We're up 3 points.
Max has been working a lot. I mean, I saw him a couple of times over at the practice field just kicking when nobody was there. So he's been out working on that kicking quite a bit.
Yeah, you know what, too, Dan, it's nice to see. I mean, he's keep him 3 more years. Boy, that'll really, really be nice.
That's right.
All right, so we're set to kick it. Jones is going to kick it off for the Devils again.
And he's kicking from the right hash mark. Last time he kicked crossfield toward the left side. Let's see if that's the same strategy. It gives the defense, the kickoff team time to run down and get up under there. And it's going to be kicked a little deeper this time to about the 15-yard line. It's going to be fielded cleanly and taken straight back up the gut to about the 30. And that's right exactly where they started their first possession. So Lincoln County's had a possession. Greenbrier's had 1. We've come up with 3 points. Greenbrier came up with none. 5:56 to go in the first quarter.
They run into our line a little differently than we run into theirs. Their kick returner kind of went down before he got hit good.
All right, Greenbrier's got 3 wide outs on their left side, the shotgun formation this time, but he hands it to his back, going up the middle. Picks up about 1.5 yards, maybe 2, so we're going to call it 2nd and 8 for Greenbrier with the ball on their 32.
Yeah, our big front just shut that down. I saw big number 70 Parks in on that with a host of Red Devils. So, like I said, 2nd down, that's going to be 9 for Greenbrier. The ball on their 30.5, and we're up 3-0 with 5 minutes to go here in the quarter.
I guess I could turn on the lights in here. We need lights.
It don't matter, buddy. You the man.
I can't see my program. Greenbrier throws a pass out in the flats. He's got a reception, breaks some tackles, and finally brought down right at the 40-yard line by number 9, Trey Brown.
Yeah, it looks like, Doug, we had a chance really to stop him pretty much for no gain. But he made a couple of good moves. And next thing you know, he sprints out here for a first down. The ball's on the 40-yard line. First down and 10 for the Wolfpack on their own 40. 5:15 to go in the quarter, and we're up 3.
Is that Greenbrier's second first down? Put glare. Try the lights, put glares on the window. Greenbrier's got 3 wide outs on the right side. Quarterback step back, throws it out in the flats to his receiver. He's got it going around the right side, and he's going to be up right to the 50-yard line, looks like. It's going to be about a half a yard, foot shy of the first, depending on where they spot him. Where they spot him, he's going to be a yard shy. So to bring up 2nd and 9 for Greenbrier.
It looks like they maybe done found something, Doug, that might be working for them here. Spreading us out and going out wide with it. So it's 2nd down, the ball trying to touch the 50, but about a yard short. We're up 3 points here.
Greenbrier breaking the huddle, got wide out on the left side, one on the right side. In the I formation. Quarterback under the center, hands to his fullback, trying to go up the middle to get that first down. Don't know if he got it or not. It's going to be close, depending on whether it's a left or right foot spot.
It should not be based on where it got to. Now, if they mark it wrong, that's one thing. But
yeah, they're giving him a pretty decent little spot there.
He's going to be shy.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a little bit short, yeah.
A little bit short. They're going to measure, though, but I don't know why.
I don't either.
if that line's painted,
yeah,
there is no.
The nose of the ball is touching
who
the
paints
line.
our lines? We're going to have to. Probably David Fernandez paints the lines. I don't know. I know.
And there's a timeout on the field for the officials' timeout for the measurement. Let's see. He's going to be
He painted a
4
straight
inches
line.
shy,
Yeah.
which is what we all said from all of our vantage points. That's what we were calling it.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Thank you, Addison.
Thank you, Dan.
What you got?
So that's going to bring up 4th down or 3rd down?
Third.
3rd, okay.
3rd and about 4 inches. Nose of the ball touching the 50 on our side of the field.
All right. So Greenbrier trying to put together a little drive here, Doug. They moved it back, 20 yards or
Yep,
so.
they
so
started
far.
on the 30 and they're at the 50.
Yeah. 4:12 to go in the first quarter. We're up 3 points.
Wide out, coming far to the left side for him. They going back in that I formation. Got a wide to the right. Look for him to hand to the fullback, but it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and I don't think he got it. He may, if he reached the ball out, maybe it's going to be close.
Yeah, I think he's going to get it.
They yeah. Now where his body got, no, but where he was able to reach out with the ball, they're going to spot it to where he's going to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got it. Don't even need to measure that. I'm going to move the chain.
They give him. They didn't give it. I think he got it. Got a first down.
He got it.
Yeah. 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Lincoln County 3, Greenbrier nothing. They're on our 49-yard line.
They're breaking the huddle. They're coming out. Got a wide out and 2 receivers on the left side. 2 on the right. Motion from right to left. Quarterback hands to the motion man from right to left. And he tries to cut it back upfield after he gets past the end spot. And we're sitting there. We're shutting down the pursuit and stop it. Picks up yard. Bring up 2nd and 9 for Greenbrier with the ball on the Lincoln County 48.
Good job that time by Stephen Morris, Trey Brown, and I saw number 5, I think Marshall over there.
Jatavius, yeah.
So yeah, it was 2 or 3 guys.
Rusty Scott was down there too. We had it covered, it's fair to say.
Greenbrier stayed in that shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. 1 on the left takes off, goes around the right side. They hand it to him. We miss him in the backfield. He cuts it upfield, picks up about 1.5 yards, 2 yards, maybe gets it to about the 46, so it'll bring up 3rd and 7 for Greenbrier. 2:50 to go in the first quarter. Greenbrier's second possession they've got going right now.
DeKemis really read it good, but just couldn't quite break it down to make the stop. And then he picked up, what did you say, 3 or 4 more yards?
About 3 out of it.
Yeah, so it's going to bring up 3rd down now for the Wolfpack.
And if they don't get it, it'd be interesting to see if they go for it on 4th, right down here when they went with the fake punt a while ago. Snaps back to the quarterback. He's looking, throws across the middle. He's got a reception. He's got a receiver with the ball at the 35, across the 30. We finally bring him down to about the 26, and a Greenbrier first down.
Yeah, they gave him plenty of time. He just sat back there in the pocket and found big number 3, I believe it was, for Greenbrier, and it took 2 or 3 Red Devils to bring him down inside our 30 down to our 26, and they got a first down there. Trying to come down and score here late now in the quarter, 2 minutes to go. We have a 3-point lead, but Greenbrier is trying to move.
And you got to hand it to them. They are putting together a drive.
Absolutely. They're mixing it up great.
Wide outs either side. Quarterback back in the shotgun with 2 backs with him. Hands to the tailback going off the left tackle spot. Picks up about 5 quick yards from the 25, 26-yard line down to the 20. So it's going to bring up, they're going to say actually picked up about 7 yards. 2nd and 3 with the ball on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they opened a good hole that time between center and left guard, and he burst out quick for 6 yards for Greenbrier.
Is it my imagination, or they look like they're about 6 inches taller than all of our guys?
No, they grown.
They kind of tall out there. Quarterback hands off of Greenbrier to his tailback, tries to go right, cuts back into the left, picks up a couple yards, going to be close to the first.
Yeah, we did a good job that time kind of shutting it down, didn't give it a whole lot, a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd and a long one. We almost down to a minute to go in the quarter. We're up 3 and they're 3rd and 1 on our 18-yard line, 17-yard line.
That's where it is. Big 3rd down play here, because if they don't get it, then it's a big choice for them to go for 3 or keep the drive going. Quarterback up under the center. They in the eye. Wide outs to either side for Greenbrier. And Greenbrier jumps offside. Look, was it right tackle?
Yeah,
got a little anxious.
Yep.
Big costly penalty there. Instead of 3rd in less than a yard, now you're going to have 3rd and 6.
Mm-hmm. And immediately they run another big lineman in and bring a big number 45 out and put that fast tailback number 24 for Greenbrier back in. So it's going to be a penalty, the 2nd penalty on Greenbrier tonight. And this going to be 3rd down and that's about 7 yards.
Yep.
We're under 40 seconds and we've only had the ball one time and the quarter's about over.
Mm-hmm.
Greenbrier's really held on to this thing.
It's taking a long time getting this play going. It's 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Quarterback's up under center. He's in the I formation. Wides to either side. Lincoln look like we're running with a 4-man front. On the defensive side. Going to be the toss sweep to the left side. He's got some blocking, but he hits the line and then gets brought down. Looked like he ran in the back of his own guy, didn't he?
Right, it looked like one of our guys.
Or somebody slipped through
Morris
there.
may have popped him originally, and then he kind of gained a couple of more. All right, that's the end of the quarter. Lincoln County's up 3-0.
We've had the ball once. Greenbrier's had it twice. They're on their 2nd possession, and they are driving. They've got 4th and about 2.5 with the ball on the 20-yard line. They had a offside penalty just a minute ago that kind of moved them back from 3rd and a yard to 3rd and 6. They ran the ball, picked up about half of that, so that's bringing up the 4th. And they're going to go for it. Put a man in motion from left to right. Quarterback's back in the shotgun, and the wide receiver on the left side takes off early.
I really thought they may try to get us offsides there, because I was watching their kicker in pregame, and he was just coming up short from 50. So they've got a pretty good kicker.
They got a kicker that can do it.
Yeah. So now we're going to see what they try. If they try to reach for a field goal or they go for it.
It'd be interesting to see what they do now. Instead of 4th and about 3, now they got 4th and about 8.
Yeah. Don't forget our tailgate sponsors tonight, Milky Way Freeze Bar. If you've not had a chance to get by there tonight and you're sitting at home, get out there real quick and get you something to eat. Call in. And then also the Corner Cafe, which will be open till midnight tonight.
And tell them you heard it on the Lincoln County Football Network.
There you go.
Shotgun formation for Greenbrier. Quarterback dropping back to pass. Gets hit as gets it off. And it was going to be tipped and incomplete.
Look at this big Greg Parks and that it tipped the ball. And so we turn them away.
Turn it over on down.
Doug, like you were saying a minute, man, penalties will kill you.
They will.
Really, they had it 3rd and 1, and probably with 2 shots, they got a good chance
They got
of getting it.
excellent chance of getting it.
You know, we had Rusty break free on that defensive right side, and that quarter had to get rid of the ball quicker than he wanted to.
He was getting a lot of pressure on him. Lincoln County, 3 wides on the left, 2 on the right. And we're going to throw it to the right. Got a reception over there. Can't tell who it is. At 24.
Yeah, Ursel.
Ursel Daniel on the reception, but I don't know if he picked up a whole lot out of it. I don't know if opening these windows and cutting off that air was a good idea or not.
It is getting hot up in here now.
I was thinking it might have been cooled off out there a little bit, but if you'd been hearing something like a bunch of crickets, it was the air conditioning in here going. I thought it was in our system.
You could ask me. It hadn't cooled off any out here.
Okay. But the other end of the press box, those foreigners down there had their windows open, so it was making our air conditioner run extra hard. We're trying to conserve money for Lincoln County. Sherman back to pass, throws across the middle. He's got Scott's got the reception, gets hit, gets away, managed to pick up another yard or 2 out of it. It's going to get over the 30-yard line. Going to bring up third, 2.5.
Yeah, good pitch and catch that time by Franklin up to Scott, and he picks up, like I said, he picks up a few yards now. And once again, the line they gave him a little time that time to find Rusty.
Sherman back there in the shotgun, got a receiver with him. He's looking back over the sideline, getting another play. Daniel back there is a setback with him. Long snap count. We're trying to draw that. Nope. But it's going to be a Sherman keeper. And I think he's going to come up short. He's going to come up about a yard short on it. He just takes it and tries to go up the middle with it.
Yeah, it looks like we had a little confusion back there in the backfield that time, and we're going to get stopped well short of a first down, and we're going to have to give it right back to them. And remember, this is just our second possession. We're down to 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Greenbrier really consuming a lot of time. Now we're fixing to let them back out on the field.
Moore will be standing back about the 18-yard line. They've got their receiver standing back on his 29.
We got a score for you, Doug. Washington Wilkes right now leads Commerce 14-7. So Washington Wilkes is ahead.
Moore gets a boomer away, and it's going to be called at about the 33 by Greenbrier, and we're trying to wrap him up. He keeps spinning away like a greased pig out there.
If that's the way you want to put it.
Well, that's the way it was. They would grab him, and he just slipped right away from him.
Yeah.
And they finally get him down on the 35, but they would grab him. He just scoot out the other way. He'd be going right, and they'd grab him, and he'd scoot left.
I just want to say Greenbrier's brought a real nice crowd across the bridge over here to Lincoln. And I'd also like to say to our crowd, we filled it up over there, it looks like, though. We got a few in the reserve section missing, but we've traveled well for 3 weeks, and we're finally at home, and boy, don't it feel good.
And we got a good many around the fence lines.
Yeah, so we appreciate the crowd turnout tonight.
All right, Greenbrier with their third possession of the night. Shotgun goes straight back to the quarterback. He takes off with it, and that Wildcat is saying. And I don't believe they're going to get anything out of it.
I think they may lose. That's a good job, Reed. You know, when you run the Wildcat, I know that's a good thing, but it's about a 95% chance he's running it.
Yeah.
I mean, so that really, you know, you key down on him, and unless they really open him up a good gap, we should be able to stop it.
You know,
go ahead.
I guess they run that, even though they've had the success on the pass, just to keep us thinking they might actually run the ball, because they've thrown the ball well.
Yep.
All right, so we're at 9 minutes, and we're still up just 3 points.
Second and 10 for Greenbrier. Quarterback's back there in the shotgun, looking to pass, throws out to the left, flat, in and out of the hands for an incompletion for Greenbrier. They're going to bring up third and 10 with the ball on their own 36.
My dear old daddy used to say, hit him in the wrong place.
Yep.
Right in the hands.
Worst place to hit a receiver.
Yep. We got another score for you. Elbert County leads Oglethorpe 7-0 at the beginning of the second quarter. So we're going to try.
Big time high tech tonight. You get us.
Hey, buddy, we got it going on here.
You got too much going on in your head there.
I got me a new buddy named Mark down over the radio station. Me and him tight.
Okay. You say so.
All right.
Third down for Greenbrier. Quarterback rolling right. He had 3 receivers out on the right side getting pressured in and out of the hands. Wow. Is it an
I'm going to tell you, Franklin comes up with an incredible interception.
In and out of the hands of the receiver. He tips it up. Franklin grabs it and was fortunate enough to stay in bounds.
That's why he's so important in that defensive backfield. His hands are just, I mean, if it's near, man, Franklin's going to bring that thing down. And that's one thing that, we'll be using Garrett a lot more probably in the third and fourth quarters at quarterback. So Franklin can stay sharp back there in the defensive backfield. And that's the second pick in as many weeks for Franklin. And let me hush because we're already on the ball.
Yep, we're ready to roll. We got 3 receivers on the right side, but we're going to hand to Jones from the setback spot. Breaking tackles, finally gets clothesline.
Face mask, I think.
Face mask or clothesline over here right in front of us on about the 35.
Yeah, heck of a
Picked up about 15 before that happened.
Yeah, heck of a good job of running that time. And we did have him a little hole over here on this left-hand side. But let's see, the flags come down where he was tackled, Doug. But we look like we're trying to retreat.
But when he was coming through, they just see the quickness of his. It wasn't running; it was jumping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was jumped right and he was jumped
absolutely.
left.
Great footwork by Craig, and they're going to call. Well, we holding right there at that spot.
They called illegal use of the hands, so it'll be offsetting.
Okay.
Replayed it down. Looks good on tape, but it don't count for nothing.
All right. Yeah, offsetting penalties, so we're going to play it again.
Yeah, it was illegal use of the hands and face mask.
All right. So we're at 8:36 to go in the half, and your Red Devils have a 3-point lead.
And with that no huddle, we're ready to rock and roll. Greenbrier with a 3-man front. We got 3 receivers on the right side. Throws it out on the left side to Parks. Parks has it. Picks up a yard or two. Going to bring up second. We're going to call it 2nd and 8. It's one of those things, if you flip it out to him and he breaks loose, he's going to make some big stuff.
Yeah, but they looked like about 2 white shirts right there waiting on them. What we tried to do is clear them out, and they didn't bite on that. So Craig picks up about 2 or 3 yards, and it's their 2nd down. We'll call it 8, I guess.
This time Greenbrier's in a 4-man front. Sherman dropping back, looking to pass. Nothing there. Stays on his feet, goes up the middle, and picks up about 5-6 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 2. He gets it across the 45. Stumbles down to about the 43, it looks like.
Yeah, their number 88 made. I don't know if he would have scored, but he really got Franklin by a shoestrings that time, and Franklin maybe could have ran for a few more yards. 3rd down, what you got? 3rd and 2, Doug?
I'm going to call it 3rd and 2.
We're up 3-0 with 7.5 to go in the half.
And we're coming up with everything tight. Nobody's wide. Sherman's under the center, got a setback with him. And who does he hand to? He hands to his back coming from the right wing.
But I'm going to tell you, if that would have ran smoothly, we had a hole over here, man.
What happened is he handed off to Jones first, and then Jones handed off to Ursell.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of a little reverse, inside reverse.
But they kind of ran into each other.
Yeah, we had it open over here, but we had it open.
I think we might try to run the same thing. It's just a guess. Greenbrier's got a guess as to who's got it. I said let Sherman fake the handoff and roll and keep it himself. But they're going to hand to Jones. Jones got the spot. He's got the hole. He's got the 1st down.
Good job by that right side of the offensive line over there. We got, who's over there? Is that Caleb James on the right side over there? No, that was, that was Folger on the right side.
And just one man away, and Jones pops it for a touchdown.
So Folger and Biles open up a good hole for him. We have a 1st down, 6:44 to go in the half, and we're up 3-0, but we're trying to drive.
Sherman back there in the shotgun, looking to his right, throws back to his left down the middle. He's got Sagas back there. Sagas in there. Sagas touchdown. Standing in there, waited on it to come down to him. Mm-hmm. What was that?
About a 35-yard touchdown. So ball on the 34, according to the So we go deep. They tried to get a guy to go up and grab it, but Mason just really got up in the air there and brought it down in the end zone for a 35-yard touchdown strike.
Addison, that was just one of those cases where defensive guy just jumped too soon. I mean, he was there and he jumped a little early.
Yep.
Good for us.
Yeah, exactly. So we're up 9-0 with Ashmore to come in. Remember, our kicker's hurt tonight. Max is going to come and try to give us a 10-point lead.
Snaps there. Kick is up. Kick is no good. Kick failed.
All right, so with 6:31 to go in the half, we're up 9-0. And with that, we want to, once again, before we tee this thing up, remind you tonight our tailgate sponsors was the Corner Cafe. They're open to midnight tonight, and the Milky Way Freeze Bar. They are open. Where's my watch? Let me tell you something. You've got 1 hour.
1 hour.
To get out to the Milky Way and get you something good to eat.
Call before you go and just drive up to the drive-thru and pick it up.
And you can be back home.
Get on back home and catch the second half.
There you go.
And when you go, tell them you heard it on
Yes, sir. Because
The Lincoln County Football Network.
this is something they're going to help us do on our home games. Is kind of do a little tailgate for us, and we appreciate the Milky Way Freeze Bar, as well as the Corner Cafe helping us out tonight. So go by.
And we do share. We will probably share our goodies with most of the folks up here in the press box.
Absolutely.
We got the
absolutely.
newspaper folks up here, and I don't know who all else is, but we will share our bounty.
The fruits of our labor.
That's right. Work for peanuts. And we're going to kick off. This time it's going to be a low line driving kick from the far right side to the left side. Scoots across the ground. Picked up on the 20-yard line by Greenbrier. Fumbles the ball. Did we get it before he goes out of bounds?
I don't think so.
He fumbles.
It's close, and it's over here on their sideline.
And they're going to say we didn't have possession, but we grabbed it as it was going out of bounds. We could have just grabbed that. Would have been a huge.
Yeah, that'd have been a big blow for them.
But the net effect out of that he picks up about another 7 yards out of the whole thing.
You know, that's one thing about having a kicker who's a regular player. He was the one that almost picked that ball up.
And I knew it was going to be close over here. Fernandez, he's doing our stats for us tonight. He said that's been their longest run tonight, that fumble. So
yeah.
Greenbrier have it 1st and 10 on their own 48, 6:22 to go in the half, and we're up 9-0.
All right, Greenbrier back in the shotgun. Got one setback. Wide and a wing on the left. The quarterback bobbles it on the snap. Is going to get pressured. Rolling left. Looks. Throws incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd down. Well, could have been a play for a loss with that bobble. He just.
Yeah, and old Big Parks, old Big Greg was trying to chase him down.
I was going to say, I believe I'd run from him too.
Ooh, me and you both. But
if he catches you, it's like, oh my goodness.
Exactly. I played quarterback in Midget Mike. That's when I was.
And what?
Well, I did. And that is. I don't almost know why they call a rollout left. Man, that's tough to complete.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that time
I got to agree with you. It's hard to throw one that
It is,
direction.
man.
For a right-handed quarterback.
Yeah, right.
Greenbrier in the eye. Quarterback up in the center. Hands to his fullback, trying to go up the middle. And he's going to pick up about 1.5 yards. Gets the ball to the 50, bring up 3rd. We're going to say 3rd and 8 for Greenbrier with 6 minutes to go in the half. Lincoln County up 9-0.
Once again, I see Greg getting up from the bottom of the pile. That's kind of when it's a mass of bodies like that. You just kind of, whoever gets up last, you kind of think maybe he was. So Greg's having a good job. And I like what we're doing on that front 4. We're staying low, and they're not really, as big as they are, not really driving us off that ball a lot. I mean, they've had a little success, but not a whole lot. So they're 3rd and 8.
Got two receivers left, 2 to the right. Shotgun, quarterback dropping, looking right, throws back out to the left.
Boom!
As soon as the man catches it,
Wow.
Who was there? Was that Rusty?
Who is that? Right, 33, Morris.
Stephen Moore.
Stephen and Rusty.
Yeah.
Both
Morris,
of them right there put the hit on him. I think if he runs that play again, he will be looking for the number instead of the ball.
Y'all can imagine how the sideline went crazy when that hit took place.
Yeah, that may be so far the hit of the year for us. I mean, that was just picture perfect.
Perfect timing. The ball, as soon as the ball touched his fingertips, boom.
There. All right, so they're 4th down, and I think they're going to punt this time.
Their punter standing on his 30. Our receivers are back about the 27. Do we get a piece of it?
I don't think so.
We had a pressure on it where it's almost like it was a block. Lands on about the 40 and bounces. A Greenbrier bounce all the way back to about the 27. That's where we will start. But we had serious pressure on that kicker.
I'm going to tell you, Doug, this game's moving right along. We're 4:41 to go in the half.
We got 3 spread out wide on the left side, 1 on the right. Shotgun. Whistle blows at the snap of the ball.
There's a flag that could be on us, blowing that early. Doug, let me give you some scores. Washington Wilkes still leads Commerce 14-7. North Oconee 14, Rayburn County nothing.
The movement was on them. Sorry to interrupt.
All right.
Jefferson 14, Hart 6. East Jackson 13, and Jackson County nothing.
All right.
So we'll have a 1st and 5. But I remember when the other team used to be offsides, they'd let it play out. You remember that? And then you could have the choice.
Yeah, the choice. It was like a free play. We're going to do a little handoff. Ursell Daniel on the carry. He picks up some good positive yards. He's across the 30, the 40. They're going to put him down at about the 42, 43. Good quick running on his part. He just kind of little angle out to the right side and cut it upfield.
And a good job by our big O-line moving some bodies off the football as well. So.
And we go that no huddle. We're up, ready to go, lined up. Sherman throws across to Sagas for a reception. He's going to pick up about 7 yards.
Yeah, that's a little thing we tried to run, the first play. And so this time we do it, and Mason hangs on for about 7-yard completion, almost 8 yards. And at first that scared me. I said, man, 88's fixing to eat him up. But they threw a little tunnel screen. And he's second down and a long 2.
We got 2 receivers on the left side. We're going to hand to Daniel in that backfield. He's running that same play he ran a minute ago. Picks up good positive yards again. Crossed the 40 and finally wrestled down inside the 35, about the 31 for another Lincoln County first down. And there's a Greenbrier player down on the 50-yard line back here. And you say there's a flag on the play?
That was a late hit. We're going to get 15 out of that.
So Lincoln County will have a first down and a personal foul. Yeah, a late hit on Greenbrier, so that's really going to get.
Sherman's hands off to look like Daniel again. This time he's trying to go to the left side, and they stack him up for a no gainer, I believe. In fact, I believe he's going to lose a yard or 2.
Yeah, or so just couldn't get it going that time. It looked like he maybe even bobbled the snap a little bit, and they had a guy over on the left side that kind of looked like he broke through here and knocks our sail back for a couple of yard loss. We're second down and 12. On their 18, 19-yard line.
Sherman back there looking to pass. Floats one to the corner to Sagas, and they go. Him and the defender go up. Defender wins the battle this time and tips it away.
Yeah, he got us that time. Franklin need to put just a little bit more into it. I think Mason may have had a half a step to a step on him, but you got to hand it. Their defensive guy did make a good play that time, Doug. We're 3rd and 12 now.
So you got to put a little bit more on it. Where the only person that's got a shot at it is your receiver.
Guy. Yeah.
The receiver, or it goes out of bounds, one or the other. But this is high school, and the pros have a hard time getting that play down perfect. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 12 with the ball on the 18. Sherman looking, throws it out out to the right flats. Is his dump off man incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th.
Yeah, they came at us that time pretty hot and heavy that time. I'd say this time we'll probably go for it.
We're going to go for it.
Yeah, I have to say that injury did hurt us a little bit. It slowed our momentum down and gave them a break.
Right.
We're going to get a timeout here.
Right.
And we're back at Buddy Bufford Field. Got timeout on the field with 3:06 to go to the half. Lincoln County, big situation coming up. We got 4th and 12 with the ball on the 18. And like I said, a while ago we had putting drive play after play together. Greenbrier had an injured player that stopped the momentum, and since then we haven't been able to get anything in gear. Sherman back to pass, throws across the middle. It's going to be intercepted.
Which is good for us in a way.
I was going to say that was the
Why
dumbest
did he
thing
hold on
done.
to it at the 1-yard line? He bats it down, and they get it on the 18.
Right. But I guess, instinct just tells you to grab it. Once again, and look, these guys, things are moving so fast around you down there. But just once again, I think a little more air on that throw. It may have, we would have definitely had a better shot.
That one or the other one that he threw in the corner. Either one of those two, a little bit better passes in this.
Yeah.
The kid that intercepted that actually landed on the ball too. So not only is he adding insult to injury.
And I think as soon as he hit and realized he had held onto it, he realized
it hurt more.
he messed up.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
Yeah, but once again, Franklin was under a little pressure that time too. So it looks like we got on more back out there.
So instead of 1st and 10 from the 18, it's 1st and 10 from their 1, and I think they jump off sides, don't they?
I think it was.
Did a play run?
We can't really see. They're saying we got the football.
Okay, what happened there?
I have no.
I think the center snapped it early. The quarterback wasn't ready for it, and
everybody else
popped
stood
out
there.
of his hand. Yeah,
because only like 2 people on their side and 3 on ours moved. Everybody else was still standing there.
Yeah. So we're going to have it 1st and goal on about the 3-yard line. 2:59 to go in the half, and it's 9-0 Lincoln County. We're trying to score again. I see we got big 34 in there. We're going to put Deshaun in there now, fullback.
Sherman is up under center, and he's going to turn, and he hands to Jones. Jones goes right, going off tackle, and he is in there for a 3-yard touchdown with 2:53 to go. And
They just couldn't find Jones behind the
Exactly.
line.
It's like Rusty's got a little limp there, so we may want to keep a close eye on him. But once again, we opened up a good little crease that time for Craig.
Addison, you know that big hit that Steven put on the Channel 12 guys down here? He's got it on camera. It looks pretty nice. So,
Oh, really?
just thought I'd let y'all know.
Tell him we expect to see that at 11.
it'll probably be on the
whenever they come.
highlights tonight on 12.
Yeah, I got a feeling it'll make it over here.
It's like we go for 2 here, Brother Doug.
That's what they're doing. They're lining up for it up under the center. Jones in the motion, and he's going to drop back
There
through
he
the
is.
corner. He's got the reception
play.
over there to Rusty Scott.
Now, that was a heck of a call right there. Everybody in the world knew we was going to run that thing.
You know, we had three guys that could have caught that.
Exactly. It was a whole host of red jerseys over in that right corner, and we get the 2 points, and we stretch it out to 17-0. Well, guys, if you would just remember a few years ago, they kind of spanked us down there.
Yeah.
Now, we may be looking to repay the favor to this crowd from Columbia County. But, you know, really that loss, I talked with Coach Matthews about it, that loss, our guys come together, had a meeting, no coaches, just the players, and that's the year we went on to win the state, didn't lose another football game. So sometimes you get these wake-up calls, but
Wasn't that the year we went 0-3?
yeah, we
No,
went
that
0-3.
was
This was
0-3 at that game.
Yeah, they spanked us good there.
All right. This time we're going to be teeing it up at midfield on the 40, but before we've been on the sides kicking a crossway, so let's see what the new strategy is here. Strategize here.
Strategy can.
Because I'm not sure we know what we're doing because we got people sliding all up and down, flipping around, but we finally get it kicked off, and it's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line by Greenbrier. Goes up the middle, comes to the right side finally, finds a lane, gets upended about the 30 and falls down at about the 36.
For you folks that are watching on TV, if you got rerun this kickoff and watch 34. I mean, I'm telling you, not only did he knock one out of the way, he knocked 2 out of the way. I mean, you really, really need to see this. And there's a timeout on the field.
And we're back at Buddy Buffett Field where we just had timeout on the field. We've got 2:04 to go to the half. Greenbrier with the ball. 3rd and 9 with the ball on the 37. Shotgun, got man in motion, putting 3 wides to the left side now. Quarterback low snap, gets it, dropping back, gets pressure, throws across the middle. Almost intercepted by Sherman in and out of his hands, but he couldn't come down quite with it.
Big D just called an interception. And little Gladman, man, he was sitting there waiting on it, wasn't he, D? Gladman was waiting on it, and of course, look, you're taught to go for the football. Yeah. So, Franklin ain't supposed to say, okay, I'm going to let you have it. But it was coming right down into Gladman's hands. But a good job. We stop them, and they're going to have to punt the football. We got a score for you. Aquinas 14, Hancock Central, nothing. Aquinas is on the road this year, Doug.
They're coming along.
Yeah.
All right, Greenbrier punting. Their punter standing back on the 24. Our receivers back on the 30. Light pressure, nothing but a good high kick. And it's going to, wow. We're sitting there waiting on it. It bounces, and Daniel.
I like that.
It bounces in his hands, so he just grabs it and picks up about 7 or 8 instead of letting it.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody within 5 yards of him anyway, so he might as well get it.
Good move, going to get it and.
Yeah, they were just kind of sitting there watching it, and it bounced right to Ursel, and he good heads up play. I'll never forget down in Mary Persons, David Lee Norman done one like that. Were you calling? No, you weren't calling then, but man, he picked it up, went, I guess 70 or 80 yards that year. Went down there and beat Mary Persons.
Sherman back, shotgun, got 3 receivers right to the left, and a whistle on the snap. Somebody done moved. A little bit too anxious. It's probably going to be against us, I'm going to guess, but maybe not. It's either against us or against them. I can almost guarantee you one or the other. I got no takers on that bet. I said I bet it's either going to be against us or them. No, I give you 1-to-1 odds.
Hush your mouth.
It was against us. Sherman back in the shotgun. He's got a set back with him, but he's rolling to his right. Going to be incomplete, intended for number 7,
careful.
Banks.
Well, that's scary, man. He about ran
into
Tyler right into the cement wall over there. You know, actually, and I know that's a rollout call pass, but Franklin had probably 7-8 yards in front of him. It looked like he could have scrambled out a little bit, but once again, it's a rollout pass, so if the guy's open, you try to hit him with the pass. But once again, it is so much easier to see from up here than it is down there.
You got that right. Second down. 2nd and 15, minute 42 to go to the half. All right, 2 wides left, 2 receivers right. Sherman throws one downfield. He's got 3-on-1 coverage. And it's going to be incomplete, intended for
Mason.
He threw it into triple coverage.
Yeah, that was one of those, I think, that he just decided that's where I'm going with it, even before anything really had a chance to develop, which, you got a minute 37 to go. You're trying to strike deep, which you understand. His was the deep pattern, and we're up 17-0. We have now got a score. Commerce has jumped on top of Washington Wilkes, 17-14, with a minute 17 to go in the half over there. I don't know if they in Commerce or in Washington tonight.
And it's going to be a running play. We hand it off to Daniel coming around the left guard spot. He doesn't pick up about a yard or two, but the big thing there is it got the clock running. But
they're going to call time.
Greenbrier is going to wisely call timeout. And we're back at Buddy Buffett Field where Lincoln County is getting ready to punt to Greenbrier with a minute 21 to go to the half. Moore standing back on his 20. Gets a good snap, gets it away. Not a real high one, but a good spiral in. It's going to hit and bounce. Hits on the 30, bounces to the 25. Greenbrier picks it up there. The man jukes a little bit, gets away from some tacklers, and manages to get it all the way back out to the 45 with a minute 11 to go.
Yeah, so let's go give Greenbrier a little opportunity to maybe put a little something together before halftime. We're up 17-0. A minute 11 to go in the first half. And they are playing in Washington tonight, for those of you that really care.
Well, there's some folks out there that might.
Washington's
having it. But the stuff I heard in preseason was Washington's supposed to have been strong.
That's what I was hearing.
Something didn't gel out right yet. They're going to throw Greenbrier throws out in the flats. He's got a reception. A lot of running east, west, north, south. Very little of it, about 2 yards, but we're taking time off the clock.
That time Jatavius may not have made the play, but he did turn it in so that we could
turn it in when the pursuit is.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Greenbrier quarterback is a low snap, has to pick it up off the ground and throws it out left for an incomplete pass. I think the big thing there is it stopped the clock for him. 43 seconds. Now the clock and the downs is working against them.
Yep, and remember, we heard earlier, Dan told us earlier, they are playing with their second string quarterback tonight. So, but, I don't know how much that's, going into play right now. This kid throws the ball throws a pretty good football. But right now, we're just pinning our ears back and coming after him as well, though.
He's back in that shotgun, got 2 receivers left and right. Looking right, the short side of the field is getting chased. Got pressure on him, got hit as he let the ball go. Is it going to be a reception?
It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Going to bring up 4th down. He got sandwiched as he let the ball go.
Bless his heart.
We had somebody coming from the front and somebody from the back, and he lets it go, and as it gets out of his fingertips,
oh, yeah, man.
Put the mustard on.
Big Greg's everywhere tonight. He was chasing, I think, number 5, Jatavius. He was chasing him. And
I was afraid he might have been stepped out of bounds when we hit him, but official was there, but he wasn't. It was really close, though. Punter for Greenbrier standing back on his 33.
I think we're going to just let it land here, Doug, the way we're looking.
And we're going to have a rough in the punter where he got blocked into the guy.
Yeah, that's what we did. He
got blocked down, and he fell and rolled into him, but it's got to be an inadvertent.
Yeah, flag on the play.
Is it rough at the kicker if you get blocked into him?
They're calling it running into the kicker, so it's not the personal foul version. Yeah. It's the 5-yard version.
The 5-yard, and they'd be short.
It's not supposed to be if you're blocked into him, but official don't always see that part.
Right. Well, they're going to give him the big one. It's the big one, Louise. Or they're going
No, they declined it. And we're getting the ball. First down, us on the 25.
Why?
Because they wouldn't have gotten a first down. They'd have just spun it again.
Personal
Punt
foul.
it again, but you run more time off the clock.
Yeah, but you could have gotten it blocked, too.
Well, you move it up 5 and just do a running play.
Yeah, we get the ball back.
Kick it to the corner, out of bounds. I don't.
There's no Coach Newman. I tell you, he can do it now.
I just don't understand some of that stuff. You got to have confidence in your boys. All right, we're going to just try to be conservative. We're going to try to wow one out and get some more points on the board. And we're dropping back to pass. Sherman's forced out of the pocket. He's on the run. He's at the 40, 45 to 50, and he wisely gets on out of bounds.
Oh, wow.
Hit out of bounds.
He is way late. Whoa.
He gets it. Looks like about the 45 before he goes out of bounds, and if they tack on a late hit out of there,
they will. There are flags all over the place over here.
That'll put it down to within about the 35-yard line, probably 30, 35, somewhere in there, and we'll have 22 seconds.
It'll go to the 30 about from where they.
And we have 2 timeouts.
You know, there's not a whole lot of room between the sideline and that wall over there, man. That just kind of looked a little scary, but Franklin's up and he's okay. But they definitely hit us late, and they're going to have a 15-yard penalty. It's going to bring it down. They're going to set the ball on the Wolfpack 30-yard line with 22 seconds. Man, Franklin really come out of there, and he hit it hard and fast.
He did. He was back in his pocket. He stepped up in it, and there was just nothing but daylight. He just wisely took it and ran. He had a good 10 yards to go before anybody could even come to him, and then all he had to do was just kind of outmaneuver him. Throws it out in the flats to Sagas. Sagas on the reception, ducks under one tackler. He gets it to the 25. We better call that timeout. And we do, and it's going to be probably a quick one, so we'll keep it right here on this stuff.
Yeah, Mason was one step away from taking it in, and they stopped him. Kind of their last little line of defense there stopped him. We're at 13 points, 7 seconds to go in the half. We're up 17 and looking for a little bit more. We'll be, 2nd and 4 on their 20, ball's touching the 25.
Yep. Nose of it's touching the 25. He caught the ball, and the guy was coming in to get him, and he just he just ducked his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy just ran right past him with just a ducking of a shoulder.
Yeah.
That's where you focus on the belly button, and that's what you go after. You shoulder pads in the belly button and arms around the knees.
Well, I got a question for you.
All right.
Are you ready for fall? Man, this heat.
Yes.
Good.
I'm ready for halftime because I'm going to close these windows back up and turn it. I think it froze up, and that's why it got hot in here.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say that anyway.
So it looks like the ref's coming over and talking to their coach about something. He's pretty emphatic about something. And he walks away. All right, so we're about to,
let's see.
Play it. While we're here, let me tell you, our center is number 55, Billy McWhorter. Our left guard is number 75, Tyler Howard. Our left tackle is number 58, Caleb James. Our right guard is number 72, Brandon Biles. And our right tackle is number 66, Charles Folger.
All right, we conceivably have time for 2 plays here. Back in the shotgun, Sherman dancing around, gets it off, got a reception, but it's going to be, they saying he stayed in bounds?
No, that's going to end the half. They said we did not get out of bounds, and coach is not going to like that call.
He was out of bounds all day long, looked like.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I've seen this before, that they hit him in bounds and drive him out, and they call him in bounds. So
the officials are still discussing that.
Yeah, they're talking about something, and they're going to call it halftime, which.
Augusta Telephone, old-fashioned service. Get the latest technology. We take your business seriously. Augusta Telephone, we are locally owned, so we're friends and neighbors too, taking care of you. Just one call does it all. Augusta Telephone. Come on.
Offering quality service since 1983, Augusta Telephone is equipped to handle all your communication needs from the most basic to the most complex systems, incorporating network services, voice, and data. We offer the latest in technology, and our staff is friendly, experienced, and well-trained. Call us today at 800-867-4777.
Augusta Telephone, old-fashioned service. Augusta Telephone.
City Tire of Lincoln, home of Text-A-Tire. Text your tire size to 706-401-5405 and how many tires you need. City Tire of Lincoln will text you the price back to your phone. City Tire of Lincoln offers 24-hour roadside assistance. All major name brand tires and other automotive needs, call City Tire at 706-359-6970. City Tire of Lincoln is located at 649 North Washington Street in Lincoln. Car washing and detailing are also available. Free pickup and delivery within the city limits.
Crawford and Brazil Pharmacy is ready to provide all your pharmacy needs and so much more. We will automatically bill your insurance on your prescriptions and offer all your over-the-counter medical needs. We have all sorts of unique gifts, from frames to fragrances, from Christian books to greeting cards and fresh flowers. We also carry your favorite sports team gift items and paraphernalia. Come to what is affectionately referred to as the Lincoln Mall. Crawford and Brazil Pharmacy, located at 125 North Washington Street in Lincoln.
Why make 2 or 3 stops when the convenience of one-stop shopping is available at Client Crossing of Lincolnton? With all of your convenience store needs under one roof: gas and fuel, chips, soft drinks, propane, bait, fishing and hunting supplies and licenses, your favorite ice-cold beverages, staple groceries, and to satisfy your appetite, try their nachos, hot dogs, sausage dogs, cappuccino, coffee, and biscuits. They even carry alligator ice. Open early till late, they're there when you need them at Client Crossing, Augusta Highway, 7 miles out of Lincolnton, locally owned and operated.
Should banks be community partners? We believe so. This is Gil Madison, Vice President from F&M Bank. Our people are your people. We are involved in each of the communities. We have a location as a partner. We understand that people are our greatest asset, and it shows. At F&M Bank, our people are why we are more equipped to earn your banking business. Come see for yourself at F&M Bank.
For all your trucking needs, call G&B Resources. Let G&B Resources do all your hauling: gravel, topsoil, sand, field dirt, and asphalt. We also do clearing and grade jobs, from roads to pond building and stump removal. If you need 1 load or 100 loads, just give us a call. One call, we haul. Let G&B go to work for you today. Call 706-359-5672 or 706-832-0991.
When you want good food in a hurry that's affordable, there's Hardee's of Lincolnton. They have a great selection of combo meals, breakfast biscuits, hamburgers, and chicken combos, plus the best fried chicken you'll find anywhere. Now enjoy Hardee's new thick Angus beef burger that's available in 1/3 pound, 1/2, and 2/3 pound sizes. The new thick Angus beef burger is now available at Hardee's in Lincolnton. Enjoy cool treats, shakes, and your favorite Coca-Cola drinks, even hand-dipped Mayfield ice cream. Dine often at Hardee's, corner of Highway 378 and 47 in Lincolnton.
Johnson Rental and Equipment is a proud sponsor of Red Devil football. We currently have 2 locations to serve you, one in Lincolnton and one in Washington. Call 706-359-1160 or 706-678-6700 or come by and let us show you what we have. We are now renting weed eaters, mowers, bush hogs, and other equipment for your planting needs. Check with us for your deer food plot needs and all your construction equipment needs. Call Johnson Equipment and Rental at 706-359-1160 or 706-678-6800.
Roland & Ware Auto Parts is proud to be a sponsor of Lincoln County Red Devil football. Roland & Ware Auto Parts has been bringing excellent auto service to the Lincoln area for over 60 years. R&W Auto Parts offers a complete line of automotive and truck parts, hydraulic hoses, welding supplies, paint supplies, and much more. R&W Auto Parts also offers a full line of repair service, and they turn drums and rotors and also resurface flywheels. R&W's part department is open Monday through Saturday, and the repair shop is open Monday through Friday. Give them a call at 706-359-3138.
Your Verizon authorized wireless retailer has an incredible deal you just can't miss. Add lines to your family share plan for just $9.99 monthly access per line with Verizon Wireless. Plus, upgrade your whole family with affordable phones like the LG Cosmos for free after $50 mail-in rebate debit card. Plus, Add lines to your family share plan for just $9.99 monthly access per line.
Stop by and get America's largest and most reliable wireless network at the Radio Shack of Lincoln, located at 329 South Washington Street. After the first 2 lines for $69.99 monthly access on a nationwide talk family share plan, all phones require a new 2-year activation. Early termination and other fees apply. Coverage details at vzw.com.
Saving money and conserving energy are priorities for everyone, and at Rail EMC, we are no different. That's why we offer rebates for certain conversions to electricity from propane or natural gas. At Rail EMC, our highly trained staff can help you save energy dollars. We'll come to your home or office and evaluate with you things like heat pump capacity and recommended insulation options and window and door construction to help you get the most for your energy dollar. At Rail EMC, you'll find that we're not just an energy company, we're your neighbors.
If you want a great place to shoot pool, watch sports on TV, or just hang out with your friends, come on out to Robbie's Sports Bar.
That's right. Robbie's Sports Bar also has karaoke every Monday and Saturday nights beginning at 10 p.m. and a DJ and dancing Friday and Saturday nights.
And don't forget about the NFL Sunday ticket. That's Robbie's Sports Bar, 2834 Washington Road in Augusta, Georgia. They're open 7 days a week. Spratland Hardware, for all your building needs from the foundation to the roof. They're open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. till noon on Saturday. Call us at 706-359-3217 or find us on the web at spratlandhardware.com with access to over 70,000 items. No shipping cost on online items. Spratland Hardware is a proud sponsor of Red Devil Football. Call us at 706-359-3217 or find us on the web at spratlandhardware.com.
Embracing change is a way of life. The insight of how these changes affect your life insurance needs is where State Farm agent Doug Newman in Lincolnton can make a difference. Whether it's a new baby at home or a new role at work, State Farm agent Doug Newman in Lincolnton understands how many of these changes impact your life insurance needs. Now is the time to look to someone who's been there from the start. Visit your neighborhood State Farm agent Doug Newman at 228 North Peachtree in Lincolnton or call 359-1760.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
All right, Greenbrier coming out on the field. They will be kicking from my left, which is my left is toward the gym. Lincoln County will be receiving the ball with their backs to the street. We'll get
Mark Gaffney back at the station says, I want to go. But, man, you can do it, buddy.
You can do it.
We'll take you with us. And we've got a score, and this is one that we all in this area are very interested in. Washington County 6, Thompson 6, just starting the third quarter. And speaking of Mark Gaffney back at the station is taking good care of us. We're Skyping tonight, and he's doing a great job keeping us on and letting me know what's going on. So, Mark, we appreciate all your help, buddy, back there at the station.
And we're coming in crystal clear to everybody tonight. We're working to tweak this thing to get it as clear as we can to all you folks and the best we can and as often as we can get it to you.
Absolutely.
Internet, Lincoln County Cable TV, tape delay after the Washington game. Next week you can watch the video and audio on Lincoln County Cable TV, and this second half is underway. They get a good high kickoff, and it's going to be fielded at the 19. Is that Sagas on that? Sagas with it. He's at the 30, gets up to about the 33. They push him back to about the 30, and that's where we'll start our first possession of the second half. Lincoln County with the ball. Lincoln County is up 17-0.
Yeah, they kind of did that little kick, Doug, like we've been kind of doing. He lined up all the way over on the left hash and kicked it all the way across and gave their cover guys plenty of time to cover it. And we're going to actually look where they put him all the way back to the 31.
He was up to about
33, 34.
He was at 33. They pushed him back that far, but his forward progress had him further up than that.
Oh yeah. All right.
Sherman back in the shotgun, puts a man in motion left to right. That's Daniel. He takes the inside handoff, scoots up the right side of the field. He's going to pick up about 6 quick yards. Going to bring up second. We're going to say second and fourth. They put the chain where I think they ought to. It's going to be second and 5. He didn't put it where I thunk it.
Where you thinking? All right. Once again, running off that right side.
Still in that shotgun. Does another little inside handoff to Daniel, going off the right side. Picks up some good yard. Did you see the block that 72
Yes,
miles. He drove his man in the backfield and drove him to the ground, and he was on top of him. Like,
Hey, and look, that's
you drive him till the whistle blows.
That wasn't dirty. That was just good hard play. And once again, right up the gut. Good job by our center and 2 guards there, giving us a hole.
Quick pass out to the right flat, just over the outstretched hands of Tyler Banks. So it'll be an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 for Lincoln County. 11 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, we just tried to just a little quick, 2 or 3 yard down and out there, and maybe Tyler could have got a little more, but it was overthrown. So we're 2nd and 10. We're up 17 points.
And he fakes a inside handoff to Ursell, and Sherman keeps it himself, going around the right side. He gets it. Looks like he's going to be close to about the 45, and I see flags flying all over there.
What we got?
Late hit or just some typical?
There was a little unnecessary conduct going on. Number 2 over here, so we're going to get extra 15 out of that.
Okay.
And number 2's coming off the field. All right, so it looks like Greenbrier may be penalized again. Wow, they've got some big penalties tonight.
And they're talking about it and how they get it all sorted out. That probably a dead ball penalty, so the play will count and then mark it off from where the play.
Oh, we got offset. All right.
Okay.
So is that dead ball in the play?
That's a do-over, I guess.
They're winding the clock. And
I can tell you right now, I was watching that. That was a terrible call. That was one-sided clearly on them.
They're going to call it 3rd down.
Sack is in motion left to right, and they're going to hand off to Daniel. A little inside handoff from his setback spot. Spins around, picks up a yard or 2. It's going to bring up.
I guess that's 4th down because on the dead ball,
they had 3rd on the chain.
Yeah. Ursell did some good hard running that time, just couldn't break loose enough to get us a 1st down. And well, now they're going to call it 3rd down.
Now they're going to call it 3rd down.
We're all confused on what down it is.
Several of them are a little conflicted out there.
Yes. So we're now 3rd down and 5. 10 minutes to go in the 3rd, and we're up 17.
If you think we're confused, those guys on the field are just as worse than us because we can't figure out what they're doing. And they don't know. 3rd and 5. Sherman dropping back to pass, throws out in the flat. He's got Daniel with the ball. Depends on where he stepped out of bounds. It's going to be close. I think he's got it.
It's a 1st down from where he's got it spotted here. Unless oh, look at no. This joker done twisted down and marked it a foot behind where he initially had it marked.
That is not where he was standing to start with.
Yeah. And I think they're going to go ahead and call it 4th down. Of course, I think Coach is over there saying, let's measure it. But I'm going to tell you, Mr. Aycock painted that line, and that line is straight, and it's 4th down.
It's 4th.
But I'm kind of like Dan. I'm not crazy about the spot that where he originally spotted it over there. Of course, it is away from us, but it's.
We're about 6 inches shy.
Yeah, I'd say at least, if not more.
Yeah, we're a bit of 2 feet.
40 to 30. Down to about the 32. Picking up some good, quick, positive yards for Greenbrier.
Yeah, old Mo kind of moving over on this side of the stadium, and that ain't good because we're on the visitor side. That was a 22-yard run that time by Greenbrier, and they're down now to our 31-yard line. 1st and 10, 7 minutes to go in the 3rd, 17 to nothing. But Greenbrier's trying to get on the board, and you kind of feel a little energy level over here going up a little bit, Doug.
But we'll just have to see what happens here in just a minute now. We'll just have to see.
We just going to have to see. We've got a score for you. Butler 30, Harlan nothing.
Greenbrier put a man in motion from right to left, and then he's shuffling back from left to right, going to hand to the setback again. This time tries to go up the middle. We stack him up at the line, but he just kind of bulls himself up, picks up a couple yards.
Goodness now. We had just talked about penalties.
And we do one, hit him.
Yeah, we do not a smart one. We had him really stop for maybe 1 or 2 yards. Yep. The whistle blew and we body slammed him.
And, a minute ago we were talking about the quarterback situation. You don't know whether to call Garrett a second string or a backup or just not the front line. But if you look at their stats, prior to the start of this game, passing-wise, Sherman had completed 15 for 26. Garrett had completed 15 for 25. Sherman had thrown for 3 touchdowns and Garrett had thrown for 2. So they're tit for tat there in the passing department. And the thing is Garrett can come in, and his style is totally different than Sherman's, and you got your defense geared up
right
for the one, and then you got to shift, like mid-third quarter, fourth quarter, something. That's another
Absolutely.
weapon.
Well, we just got penalized 15 yards down to our 15-yard line, and then we stack him up this time.
Stack him up there.
Yep.
6 minutes to go in the third quarter, but Greenbrier is driving and knocking on the door.
Yep. Pick up just a yard that time. A great job by defensive front that time, stacked them up, and then about that time a couple of our linebackers come in and just put him on the turf. Second down and 9. We're at 5.
They really didn't even get a yard at us, and just barely got over the line of scrimmage, maybe a foot.
So we'll say second and 9.23, 2/3 yards. Greenbrier quarterback rolling right, looking. He's got some time. Dumps it off. Does he complete it? They're going to say he did catch it and he stayed in bounds.
Yeah, great little catch there. That quarterback rolled right, and they're going to complete it down to, looks about like the 6 or 7 yard line.
And we had a defender right there with him. I mean, he was in his hip pocket when he caught it.
Guy made a real good little catch there, a little sliding catch. We're down to 5:15 in the third, and Greenbrier's keeping it forever again. They started, Doug, they're 11 or 12, and they're trying to go 88 yards with it.
They're coming out. They got a wide left, a wide right. Wing on the right, set back with the quarterback in the shotgun. He's rolling left, looking, got a man in the corner, but he can't throw it to him. Throws across the middle, incomplete, just over here. But he had a man open in the corner.
Now, and look, I'm up here calling this football game. I'm not down there on the sidelines for Greenbrier. But you've got third and, a yard or two. Oh, that wasn't fourth, was it? Yeah, third and a yard or two, and you roll out.
Roll out.
They've been running it pretty good, but anyway, we'll take what we can.
If they get the first, they got first and goal from the 5.
Right, yeah, but now
Now it's fourth and a yard.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback's up on the center.
They're going to call time.
They call time. For their time, we'll take a time. We'll be back on the Lincoln County Football Network. And welcome back to Buddy Buffett Field. We've got timeout on the field with 4:51 to go in the third quarter. Timeout on the field. Greenbrier with a 4th and 1. Ball on the 6. They get the first down. They would have first and goal inside the 5. And they started this drive on, I think, about the 11-yard line where we had punted it to them. The ball had bounced and skipped and bounced 2 or 3 times. Their receiver wisely scooped it up to keep us from downing it inside the 5. And so this has been about a 80-yard drive so far. Toss sweep to the right side. First shot we had him, then he got away, and I think he got the first out of it. It's going to be close. But I think he got it.
He did. Going to be on about the 3-yard here.
Okay. I just saw the guy holding the down marker and it looked like he ran over him. But they saying he picked up about 3 yards out of it, so it's going to be first and goal from the 3. We're in a goal line defense. Greenbrier's lineman up there about toe-to-toe. It's in there about as tight as you can get it. Full house backfield. Quarterback under center. Hands to his back coming out the backfield. Somebody rode him on the back.
It was Trey.
Riding him on the back, but he still managed
now
to pick
they
up
call
a
a touchdown. How long of a delay was that?
I got to be honest, this guy over here on this side has made some interesting. And that one was waiting until, let's see where the ball turns up, and there was a lot of shuffling going on down there, so there's no way you could be sure on that one either way.
All right, so the Wolfpack go, what'd you say, Doug? 89 yards. Yeah, wow, for a score.
4:17 to go in the third. 89-yard drive. Getting ready. They're lining up to kick. Snap is there. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So Greenbrier finally gets on the board with 4:17 to go in the third quarter. The first time tonight. Score is 17 Lincoln, 7 Greenbrier. Greenbrier getting set to kick off the Lincoln County. First time we got the ball, we kind of stalled and stuttered and sputtered. couldn't get nothing going in the second half. Let's see what we do on this drive. Greenbrier, this time they'll be teeing it up at the center of the field on the 40-yard line.
All right, so we kind of got us a new little ball game
Yeah,
here.
we do.
We're up just 10, Doug.
It's a 2-score ball game now. It's going to be a high kickoff. It's going to be fielded at the 15. We're going straight up the gut. Looks like it's with Daniel with the ball. And first contact was made at about the 15. He gets it up to the 25, and then he gets it up to about the 30, and they're going to mark him 30, 29, somewhere right in there. That's where we'll start this possession with 4:08 to go in the third quarter. We need to put together a long, time-consuming
drive. We need a little drive right here.
Use up about a quarter and a half of time.
Because really the only close was when we had them up fourth and one or two. They moved it on us pretty good.
All right. Sherman's back in that shotgun still. Fakes the inside handoff, keeps it himself, goes up the middle, flares out to the right side, picks up a couple yards, not a whole lot out of it.
Yeah, we'll go get about one. It looked like I thought maybe he was going to get more than that. But they shut him down pretty quick for a couple-yard gain. It's going to be second down. We're going to call it 3:50 to go in the third, and it's 17-7 Lincoln County now.
Y'all, I believe Mason got his bell rung on that kickoff return. He's over here. Richard's looking at him, but I'll try to give you an update when I can.
Okay.
Thank you, Dan.
So who came in for him? Is that Glenn Creech out there wide on the left?
Yep, I believe it is.
While Mason's getting attended to for bell ringing. Sherman dropping back to pass, looks right, throws left. He's got Bond Turner for reception, and the second effort leap may be enough to be close enough for a measurement.
Yeah, it's going to be close. That was a good pitch and catch right there, Bond. Great concentration.
Yes.
He had white jerseys flying all in front of him, and I think they're going to call it a Red Devil first down.
They are.
Okay.
So we're now 1st and 10 on our own 39, and we're trying to get old Mo to move back on the side of the guys in red.
And we're going to hand it off to Parks. He's trying to go right, can't get there, tries to cut it back up, but by that time, it's tons of folks in there. Craig Jones. Oh. I'll just say Craig.
Mason looks like he's going to be okay. It's like I said, he just got his bell rung a little bit. He answered all the questions correctly, so I think we'll see him back in a little while.
We're 2nd and 10 as Craig didn't get nothing.
And a quick pass.
Ooh.
Almost intercepted. He threw a bullet. But the Greenbrier guy just jumped up there in front and said he wanted it, but he couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, so now we're 3rd and 10 now, Uncle Doug. 2:35 to go in the third, and we're up 10 points. And if we don't get 10 yards here, these guys are going to get the football back.
Big third down play here. 3rd and 10 with the ball on the 40. Because they, like I said, Greenbrier put together an 89-yard drive to get that touchdown. Still lots of time on the clock. Sherman fakes to Jones, dumps it off.
We fumbled it.
It's completed to
he completed
Scott.
it to Rusty.
Scott fumbled it, and then who comes up with it?
We're going to be 4th down either way. I don't know what they're complaining. We did fumble, but I thought we got on it. But it's going to be 4th and 5 for Lincoln County. And Greenbrier, we did pick up 1 first down. But now Greenbrier's fixing to get this thing back. Only down 10.
We only used about a minute and 10 seconds off the clock.
We didn't use a whole lot, did we? I got a score for you. It is Jefferson 12, Laney 12, Jefferson County 10. And also, go ahead, Doug, I'm sorry.
Moore punted from the 30, got a boomer away, kicked it all the way down to the 15. It's fielded clear by Greenbrier, and he's going to return it up to about the 18. So a lot of running, but not a lot of gaining.
We also have a score. Kiwanis, I believe, is up 20 to 14 on Hancock, and Commerce is on top of Washington Wilkes 38 to 21 now.
And at one time, Washington was up over them in early going first quarter, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, Hancock's up 20-14. I think maybe that's right there. All right, Greenbrier got it on their own 20. Doug, we
starting on the 20.
This is a big stop right here.
Yep.
We need to.
Got to stop them on this possession. And then the quarterback is up under the center. He just steps back, hands to his tailback, trying to slide down the left side.
Good job.
Ran about 15 yards, but it's all
sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah, he's going to lose a yard on that, or half a yard anyway.
All right, so we'll call it second 10 and a half. Minute 20 to go here in the third quarter. We're up 17-10, but the second half, Doug, has been all Wolfpack so far.
Yes, it has.
We've had it twice and punted it twice.
All right, they going back to the shotgun, putting a man in motion left to right, and that's going to put him 3 receivers on the right side now. 1 setback with him. He's going to throw it back out in the flats to his man. He bobbles it, got the reception.
We had a push in the back. You'll see it on TV. They didn't call it. But wow, he was just driving our guy just.
Addison, I could see it from this side of the field, and that was the other me. So.
Wow. And Greenbrier's got another guy down. They're going to bring it all the way out and be third and about 1. All right, Doug, we're 42 seconds before the end of the third. And
the Greenbrier player gets up, comes off the field on his own. So we got 42 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lincoln County up 17-7 over Greenbrier. Big third down play right here. If we could push them back a little, it would force them to punt. But short yards, they would go for it. They're going to hand to their tailback, and he's got the first and a couple yards to spare. They just outmanned us.
Yeah, right. Yeah, on that particular play, they did. They just drove us off the football, and they pick up a first down out to about the 33, almost the 34. Nice run on the 33.
You got to give a lot of credit to that number 20. He has run hard and run
He's
down
tough.
here.
Right. He's a tough running back. So the clock's trying to run out here in the third with us clinging to a 17-7 lead, but Greenbrier's on the move again, it seems like.
And let's see if they get the play off before the quarter ends.
I believe they will.
I think so. Snaps there. He's dropping back to pass. Throws out in the left. He's got a receiver who just spins right around. He catches it, spins around our defender, and picks up another first down all the way up to the 44.
So the quarter's probably going to end there.
They'll set the change. What is it, 1.8 seconds?
Yeah, 1.8. Yeah.
1.8 seconds to go in the quarter.
And they're going to wind her up.
And that starts the clock. That stops the clock. That stops the quarter. Fourth quarter starts.
Take it to the.
And we'll take it to the barn for one of our commercial breaks. And we'll be back for the start of the fourth and final quarter of this game with Lincoln County up 17-7 on the Lincoln County Football Network. And we're back at Buddy Bufford Field. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Greenbrier with the ball on their own 44. Quarterback's back in that shotgun, turns, fakes a handoff, drops back to pass, got one-on-one coverage. Hit the receiver, bounced up and out of his hand.
Man, it hit him right in the hands. He looks probably, 5 or 6 inches taller maybe than Gladman, and he just went up and quarterback threw a beautiful pass down here, and he just couldn't quite come up with it.
So to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yep. So that was could have been a big play for Greenbrier. Yeah. Late in the third quarter, Elbert County's on top of Oglethorpe tonight, 56-0.
All right, quarterback Greenbrier getting up under center. Lincoln County in a 4-man front on defense. They got the power to the right side. It's going to be a tall sweep to the right side. We grab him in the backfield. He still managed to lunge forward and pick up a few extra yards. Looks like he's going to pick up about 3, bring up 3rd and 7.
Mostly because we were slinging him. We kind of spinning around with him.
We got a guy slow getting up. Is that Sarcelle?
Sarcelle,
yeah.
All right, they got him attended to, getting ready to get set here.
Got you another score in. It's Commerce 38, Washington Wilkes 28 now. Looks like at a minute 28 maybe there in the third quarter.
Greenbrier breaking the huddle, coming up to the line. Quarterback back in that shotgun still. He's got a setback about 2 yards behind him now. 2 receivers either side. He's dropping straight back to pass. Throws across the middle. Almost intercepted by 2 Lincoln County players. The receiver, I think he stumbled and fell down.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Doug. I believe if he don't overthrow that, we pick it off or it hits our guy instead of theirs.
Yep.
So we do hold, Doug. They kind of come out of a little hole. They drove, about 26 yards, and we kind of bow our necks a little bit, and we stop them, and it looks like we're going to get the football back here with 11:20 to go in the football game. Good football game tonight. Good turnout. A good turnout here for the Greenbrier fans as well.
Snaps there. The punter's on the 35. He gets it off. And it's going to hit and bounce and roll, and they're going to down it at the 15. That's where Lincoln County will start this possession on our own 15.
I've got an injury update. The latest on Mason is they do believe it's a concussion over here. So he's got ice on his neck, and I don't think we'll see him back in the game.
Wow,
well, I know if he's got a concussion, we won't.
Boy, thanks, Dan. That's a toughie there. We put in what is a sophomore in his spot, Glenn Creech.
Is that Moore in there?
Moore's in the quarterback.
He takes a snap, takes off running. And he goes around the left side. He's going to pick us some positive yards.
Yeah, the difference there in Garrett and Franklin, Garrett's tough to bring down. Franklin's a little more elusive. But when Garrett kind of gets his pads behind him, he's kind of a tough card to pull down.
So it's going to bring up second about a long 2. Moore still back there in the quarterback. Got 3 receivers on the right side, but he's going to hand to Jones coming around the right side. He's got the first
flag.
And a flag on the play.
Are we holding?
Probably so.
Well, now, we had it, 2nd and 3. Now it looks like we got to push in the back here, so.
Now, I'm going to be honest. We ain't had a call go our way all night, and I've seen a few that flag should have been thrown on.
Yeah, things seem to be kind of going against us a little bit now. We're going to have a long 2nd down there. It goes inside our 15 down to about the 14. It's going to bring up there about a 2nd and 11 or so. We're at 10:34 to go here in the game now, and we're hanging on to a 17-7 lead.
And we need to get some first downs and chew off some time off the clock. That's what we got to do. Moore in there at the quarterback. He's back in the shotgun. Snaps there. He's rolling right, looking. Throws deep to Banks. Banks got it at the 50 to 40. Stiff arms a man at the 35. They bring him. He takes it down to the 20. What a catch, what a run, what a stiff arm.
Now look, that was so cool. I saw, Garrett was rolling out, and Tyler ran his route, saw he was in trouble, and Tyler pointed deep. And Garrett saw him, and we go from the 10 all the way to their 20. That's like a 70-yard pass.
Huge play.
Wow.
Huge
boy,
play.
That's a backbreaker there for Greenbrier. If we could take just a great, 2 seniors right there, Doug.
Yes.
Just that comes from practice.
And communication.
Yep.
Moore takes it, runs, goes left, picks up a few yards. He's going to be close to the 15-yard line. Picks up about 4.5 yards out of that run.
Heck of a good block that time by Biles, who pulled and just kind of cleaned out that left end. But by that time, the other pursuit had got to him. We're at 9:50 to go in the game. We're up 17-7, but now we're trying to score.
Moore, keeper, left-hand side.
Moore back in that shotgun. He's got 2 receivers either side. And he does the little inside handoff to Jones. Jones finds a little hole. He's going to get down close to about the 10, be close to the first.
The mark has it where it should be a first down. So.
All right.
I'm going to tell you, Jones and Ursell have done a great job running, but I'm going to tell you something. Our boys are on that front line, and if, I'm not going to say it too much. I mean, you can't give them enough credit. They are really doing some good blocking on the right and left side of the line for Lincoln County tonight. We're first. Are we goal to go? Yeah, goal to go.
Yep. From right at the 10.
Ooh.
And we're going to lose a couple on this carry.
Yeah. And then,
Coach Doolittle wasn't too happy with that read.
There you go.
He was pointing to his eyes when he looked out at the field. Read the play.
Quarterback in the shotgun. Waiting on the snap. Snaps. He's rolling left. Looking. Throws to the corner, and it's going to be incomplete. Bring up 3rd and goal from about the 11 or 12.
That's that roll to the left.
There we go.
So hard to throw. I don't care what anybody says.
I guarantee you. I mean, that guy's. I mean, to almost complete that, he's really got to be open. I mean, and he wasn't. And of course, Garrett did the right threw it when nobody else could catch it. So you do live to play another down. We're at 8:50 to go in the game. We're at 17-7. We're trying to score again. Give you some scores real quick, Doug. Jefferson County 16, Laney 12, Aquinas 26, Hancock Central 14 in the 3rd.
Moore dropping back to pass, pumps, fakes. It gets deflected
Creech.
and caught. Is that Creech?
Glenn Creech for a touchdown.
Guys, I can't tell you. He bobbled that, but then gathered it in just before he fell on it. It was a great catch.
Good job by Creech. He's a sophomore, so he is really, really happy. His first ever varsity touchdown. Great little catch there. You know, as a senior, you're looking and everybody's coming. There goes that little sophomore kind of breaking open, and a great pass in there by Garrett. So that kind of breaks their back.
12-yard pass.
11, yeah, 11, 12, whatever you. All right, come on here, Maximilian.
Extra point gets blocked.
That number 88 for them has been around the ball all night.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty decent little athlete.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So
that gives us 23-7.
Yep.
8:43 to go in the game.
That feels a lot better now. They got to
Yes.
score 2 or 3 times to beat you now. So that was a big drive. We take it about the same length they took it a while ago.
Yeah.
We were down here on our something or another. It was way back, and we threw that long pass from about the 10. Yeah, we was right on the 10 to down to their 20 to old Tyler. It was good to see Tyler. It showed a little bit of speed there and a little bit of toughness.
Yeah. And the stiff arm, the presence of mind to throw out that stiff arm.
All right, folks, if you're watching on TV now, get ready and just keep your eye on 34. Do we have him out there? All right, let's see what. Just kind of watch him.
Yeah, he's been playing good on coverage all night long.
And we're getting set for the kickoff, waiting on it. There's the whistle. And we're going to get a boomer that's going to be jumped up and brought down at about the 20. Goes right, slides
and he
left.
just ran by him.
And they're going to bring him down at about the 37-yard line. That's what.
I think by now Greenbrier's probably learned, Big D, just get out of his, kind of just shuck him. Yeah. So a pretty good return that time for Greenbrier. They're going to set up camp on the 38. And they've got a young man down. 13's the quarterback, isn't it? That's 40. Is it 14 or 44 for them?
44.
Yeah, 44 for them.
44, yep, 44.
We're just underway in the 4th quarter. Commerce 38, Washington Wilkes 34. All right, Greenbrier's going to come over the ball. The quarterback's in the shotgun. He's got a guy behind him and a guy beside him. He's going to take the snap. He's going to drop back to throw. Throws a little screen out of here, 20, and he drops the football. But we were all over him. Number 5, Jatavius Marshall, and, of course, I look, number 10 picks it up, Alan Cripe. They were all over him for no gain. Incomplete pass, and we're going to give it back to the Big Kahuna.
All right. Where we at? What's going on? 8:20 to go in the ball game. Greenbrier with the ball, 2nd down. On about the 37. Let's see what they're going to do here. In the shotgun, they got three wides on the right side, 1 on the left. 1 set back behind the quarterback. Fakes the handoff to him, looks right, throws right, incomplete right.
It looked like we might have got a hand on it, Doug. I'm not positive, but
Actually, Addison, that ball just kind of came funny out of his hand.
did? Oh,
It's
okay.
like it slipped a little bit as he was trying to release it.
all right.
So
I got
third
some
and
troublemakers
10.
coming in the room now.
Bad news.
For those of you that would like to know, like me, I am a big Braves fan, and Atlanta is beating the Mets right now in the bottom of the ninth, 6-4.
Greenbrier breaking the huddle, 8:16 to go in the ball game. They're trailing 23-7 over Lincoln County. Shotgun quarter. Got motion left to right, set back with the quarterback. Now he's got 3 receivers over on the right side, dropping back, looking right, comes back left. Got 1-on-1, got some bumping going on down here Incidental bumping.
Yeah,
Both
that's
of them
what
going
they gonna
for the
call
ball. Incomplete pass is what it all came out to anyway.
Yeah, we did bump it.
Sometimes I do a lot of talking. It's like them guys running up and down east-west.
Mhm.
Do a lot of talking. I ain't said much of nothing.
There you go.
They are sending the punting unit out on the field, so
Okay.
fourth down.
That works for me. We get the ball back. We've got to put together a drive. Just going to end the game with this possession. Their punter standing back on the 25-yard line. We don't put any pressure on him. It's a high boomer. Going to be fielded at the 27 by Jones.
Yep, Craig does a good
He
job.
brings it up to about the 42.
You know, we sit here and we talk about it, but when you call a certain person's number for so many years, when he's a 2 or 3 year starter, it's hard to get a new guy.
it is.
You know, it's Lincoln County will take over on their own 41. We're 8 minutes to go in the game. We're up 23-7 now.
And what that's all about is I keep wanting to say Craig Parks instead of Craig Jones.
Yeah, there you go.
Only respect for all of them. Moore back there in the shotgun. He's got number 24. Ursel Daniel. Moore fakes it to him. He keeps it himself. Nothing but him and Daylight. He's out running the guy. He's going to pull him down from behind and inside the 20 at the 15. Oh, he needed some 91 octane, and all he had was out 87 in it.
There you go. What about a 45-yard run, 45, almost 50-yard run that time by Garrett.
And you know they're going to be picking at him at practice like, that man caught you from behind.
But it's still, hey, but you know what? That was
still
a
big play.
A great play fake. Yeah, that was so cool, man. So it looks like we may be fixing to put this thing on ice.
All right, Moore back there in the shotgun again. Daniel sitting back with him. And he's going to hand to Daniel. Daniel's going to get stuffed with a no gainer. All right.
That was another one of those read plays where, you know, you got to read it and take it out of the belly of the running back when the line's right there on top of him. But that's what we did on the play before, and he broke it big.
And we lose about 2 yards off the play. But the big thing is now, instead of that hurry up, we're still going no huddle, but we're letting time tick off. The 12-second rule where we make the next snap isn't applying right now.
Good block.
And it's going to be a handoff to Daniel, and he's going to pick up some good positive yard. The thing on that is Moore dropped on back and pulled his arm up like he still had the ball to get ready to pass, and that froze some of those defensive backs, which opened up some things for Parks to pick up a few yards.
You know, I was watching kind of rusty that time. Threw a good block out there to spring him. We gained 4 or 5 on that after a loss on first down. So we're third and 8?
That's about right, Addison. We're just inside the 10.
So we were kind of looking at the clock a little bit. Now we're at 6:35 to go in the game. We're up 23-7.
Got a lot of things.
Have you heard?
No. Okay. Moore dropping back to pass, throws. He's got a reception. Is it Bond Turner? Is he in there? Touchdown.
Yes, he is.
Bond Turner scores a, what was that, about a 12, 13 yard?
11. Yeah,
that was 9.
9.
Remember, he was just inside the 10-yard line on that play.
Oh, there you go. And, you know, that little tunnel screen, man, that's what I call it. Man, this worked pretty nice tonight. And that was a great pitch and catch, then a good run by Bond. I think maybe that's Bond's first touchdown of the year. So congratulations. And we've got our young freshman, Max Ashmore, in to try to really add some more at 6:20 to go, and we're up 29-7.
Banks to do the holding, waiting on the snap. Snap's there. Kick is up, high enough, far enough. And it is good enough.
Good job, Max. All right, Doug, on the way to the, before we get ready for I got one of my buddies up here with me tonight. I call him C-Dog. His name's Casey Prescott, and I'm going to ask him one question.
All right.
Y'all both, you and Logan, you go tell him too, Logan? All you got to do is speak in. I just want to know, after the game tonight, where y'all going to go and get something to eat after the ball game?
I'm going to the Corner Cafe.
All right. Where you going, Logan?
To the Corner Cafe.
All right. So they're going to the Corner Cafe. Where are you going, Big Dick? The Prescott boys. If you want to see 2 high, energetic, just cool guys, man, Go to the Corner Cafe after the ball game tonight. The Prescott boys are going to be there. Hey, look, and their dad's going to buy everybody in there an ice cream. He didn't hear me.
I'll be there.
That was a joke, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway.
And Addison, you're going to be there signing autographs, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll be in that back room. It's called the latrine.
And Lincoln County is going to kick off as a low line drive kick. Bobbled by the Greenbrier receiver at the 20. Managed to grab it and pulls it out. Runs it up to about the 34, and they'll start from right there with a 30-7 deficit on the board.
You know, Doug, without somebody that, and definitely, please don't misunderstand me, not putting down our kicker at all, but without somebody able to kick it down inside the 10 or the 5, we do a pretty good job covering kicks. You know, making them start inside their 35. Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah, but,
who was the one that kicked it off so good for us last year? Kicked it in the end zone? Marquise?
I don't know. Yeah, but whoever it was last year could hammer that.
They could pop it into the end zone. And they're going to snap it back to the quarterback. Turns, immediately hands to his tailback, going straight up the gut. Why are you doing that when you need 3 scores?
Well, I think, Doug, pretty much it looks like they may. I don't know if they got. Well, they still got. Yeah, they got their starting unit in there. Well, I guess you just kind of go try to run this thing out and just get out of town, maybe hopefully with no injuries or anything such as that.
If you say so.
I'd have to say at this point, licking your wounds.
My thing is, I've practiced all week. I want to get out there and make a ball game out of it. I don't care. To the last tick. He's dropping. Well, he fakes a pass.
Fumble.
Tries to hand it off. Fumbles. Kicks it backwards. Going to recover. Greenbrier's going to recover back at the 25. They're going to lose about 12 yards. So it's going to bring up 3rd and a long way to go. The ball's back at the 25. And they got to get all the way up to the 44.
Yeah, we got a final in. Elbert County won tonight, 63-0.
Ouch.
63-0.
Yeah, beat Overthorpe County, 63-0.
Doug, what was it? Munson used to say 3rd and a mile.
Got him, yeah. So I guess Brother Carl Punt's probably happy tonight. I bet he had a good time tonight.
Oh, a game like that, it's hard to stay excited.
Man, it is.
All right, Greenbrier 3rd.
They saying 20.
20 plus.
Yeah.
Throw a little screen, throws it short. How do you throw a screen short?
Yeah, everything's just kind of falling apart on them right now. Greg Parks, and then it looked like we had number 59, Dakima Zella's in there. And
so their punting unit comes out. They'll be punting with their punter probably standing, maybe about the 15, between the 10 and 15-yard line. So our receiver ought to be standing up about the 45, 50-yard line.
It's funny the difference the atmosphere on the sideline 13 points can make.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you, buddy.
It was a little quiet and reserved.
Yeah,
13 points ago.
And it depends on who gets those 13 points.
And over here, it just appears that he just
I'm going to tell you, guys, it's still hot, man. This is about crazy. I tell you, some folks better start living right.
Well, yeah, we need to honestly, we need to call on all churches.
I'm glad
to start
you look
praying
right instead of
rain.
left first.
And I'm getting a look from somebody. What did you say now?
You look to your right first.
Oh,
in seriousness, we need to call on all the churches to pray for rain right now. We
you're right.
need it.
Yes.
We need it to cool down.
It's getting pretty bad. Yeah, you're right. It's getting pretty bad, man.
Yeah, this official's overheated.
Oh, all right, so. Yep.
All right.
I wasn't looking at nobody in particular, though, Doug.
Okay, you were just glancing to see who it could apply to.
Yeah, there's a flag.
Flag on the snap, right at the snap for the punt. And that
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
You want to do something hard, do the girls' softball game. Not that it's hard, but, man, you know, we got like filler time in here that we can. Of course, this is kind of what we done the other day. And speaking of girls softball, congratulations to Big D up here. He's sitting up in the press box with us. Our girls defeated Glasscock yesterday 11-3. So we're 2-0 now in our region.
Greenbrier punter standing on his 5-yard line. Gets a good high punt away. Number 30's got it at the 45, and he's going to go straight up the field with it. all the way to the Greenbrier 40.
And you don't want to give Sherrod a step, and he'll take it to you. Now, I was saying it was hard. You want to do something hard, call a girls' softball game between Bruce Beggs and Greg Norton. I'm just teasing, buddies.
What were y'all calling it on? Doing TV, the LCTV?
Yeah, it'll be on LC. Yeah, it'll be on LCTV. So if you hit it, I don't know exactly when they play it, but if you get a chance, that was the game we played at Aquinas. It was an excellent softball game. But congratulations to Big D and his girls. They're 2-0 in our region play.
Moore back there in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, goes up the middle to the right, spins around to the left, still on his feet, finally brought down about the 30. Faked that handoff to number 34, Deshaun Taylor.
Yeah, great job that time. Great, I tell you, our guys, you know, from their junior to senior year, carrying out their play fakes and stick is really, really something, isn't it, Doug, to watch?
Oh, yes. All right, Moore back there in the shotgun again. He's got Taylor back there with him this time. He hands to Taylor, and Taylor fumbles.
Yep, they got it.
At the 30, they're going to get it, so it'll be a Greenbrier turnover in Greenbrier's favor.
You know, a lot of times when you're up like this, you lose a little bit of focus, and maybe that's what it. But it still is football, and football is sometimes you have turnovers. So I do want to say this while they're changing sides. I want to let everybody know how much I appreciate Coach Matthews meeting with me and doing our pregame show. Coach Matthews does a great job on insight. Kind of tells us. What we did good, bad the week before, then gets us ready for our next opponent. So I just opponent. But I just want Coach Matthews to know how much we appreciate him taking his time to do a pregame show for us.
The official is back up and running.
All right.
And Greenbrier just hands off the ball. The guys are going to pick up some good yards. Who just took a man down?
That was
back there in the backfield, number 10 and.
Yeah, that was Alan Cried, a junior. I don't know what they were doing, dancing or whatever they were doing.
The play was 15 yards away from him, and I look up, and he's getting slung across the field or slinging somebody.
And
somebody went flying across.
Yeah, the guy probably wouldn't let up, and so he just decided he'd let him up for him, is my guess. So second down, we'll call it 6 for Greenbrier. We're late in the game now, 3:30 to go. We're up 30-7.
Snaps in, quarterback just hands off, and then the runner is going to get pulled down from behind. Who was that? Number 70?
Yeah, that was Greg Parks.
Big Greg. Man, he
Parks.
He has been everywhere tonight. And let me say this, and a lot of times your center don't get any acknowledgement until he snaps one over somebody's head. And I'm going to tell you tonight, man, Billy has done a great job in these shotgun snaps. So just want to, once again, tip a hat to Billy. Good job snapping tonight.
Third down for Greenbrier, and it's going to be a bad snap. Quarterback misses it. Setback misses it. Quarterback finally picks it up. Tries to roll around. Is going to lose a few yards, so to bring up fourth down for Greenbrier with 2:50 to go.
James Trotter put a pretty nice little lick on their quarterback just then.
All right, so it's going to bring up fourth down for the Wolf Pack, and they're going to give us the ball back. Getting late. Dude, that was pretty good, man. You're right. So we're
hey, Doug, I didn't know if you noticed that the band was playing Elvis songs at halftime.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh, he was shaking it up here, man.
Thank you very much.
And I have to give credit to our band. They did a very, very good job. They deserve to get a little airtime. And Greenbrier's got a nice band, big band, but our band did very well.
Thank you very much.
A couple of finals we got. We got Butler down in Harlem tonight, 36-0, and Jefferson's 29-18 late in that contest.
Greenbrier punter punting from the 20. The flag dropped over here on the side, but way before the punt. And it's rolling, and number 18 is going to pick it up and just take a knee on it. But we got a flag back here at the 30, right on the line of scrimmage, so somebody must have lined up off sides or something.
Oh, yeah, sure. You know what, I mean, and look, I appreciate the refs. I mean, it's a hard job. But, man, it's 30-7. You know what I'm saying? But
illegal procedure against them, and the official didn't even talk to our captain. He just said, decline it.
Decline
it. Let's get this thing
That's what I'm saying.
It's hot down here, man. Why did you even drop that thing?
51 to go. Oh, man.
Do a magic trick. Take it out and hold it in your hand. If it means something, then drop it. If it don't, keep it.
Yeah.
Moore back there, quarterback, and we got less than 2 minutes to go. And he hands off to his setback, who was Sherrod on the carry, and I believe he's going to have a first down out of that.
You remember last week Sherrod had 35 yards inside the 20 in one series.
You know what? You're right, because we kept taking that little delay deal. And I'm going to tell you, Sherrod can move now. And so I think Sherrod's just a junior, so we're looking for some big things from him, not just this year, but next year as well. And we're really running the clock now. We're up 30-7. It's been a pretty good football game.
And we'll probably run about 2, maybe 3 more plays. Going to just hand it off to the setback again, going up the middle, holding on to the ball. Everybody keep it clean.
Yep.
No penalties. Just let the clock run down. Lincoln County's up 30-7 over Greenbrier in this 4th game of the season.
Yeah, looks like we're going to move this baby to 3-1.
3-1.
That does equal 4, man. I about missed.
That does.
I about lost it there, man.
We understand that you went to Lincoln County school system, so we understand.
Doug, be ashamed. Be ashamed.
Yeah, hey, there are two on this team now that went to Butler. See?
I'm going to say that's right.
We ain't going to even say nothing.
And we can count anyway.
That was back in the old days, though.
Despite you.
Butler of the old days, not the new days. And Moore's going to fake the handoff to his tailback and is going to keep it himself, going around the left side. Picks up the first down inside Greenbrier territory to about the 40 and goes out of bounds and stop the clock. Or they may start as soon as they set the chains.
All right, we got you a Washington Wilkes score, just under 4 minutes to go. Commerce is holding on to a 38-34 lead, and we want to thank Mark Gaffney back at the station for getting us scores all night long. Man, this is too cool.
That's been good.
This is so cool. It looks like we're going to just probably try to run this thing out here. Uncle Doug, I don't know if we got to run one more, but it looks like we got Price in there at quarterback now.
Number 15, Price Rogers. Back there taking a couple snaps, and he's going to hand it to number 30, Deshaun Sherrod.
Sherrod, yeah.
Deshaun's 34.
And I believe that's going
to take us to a ball game in, 7 seconds. What are they holding up for?
First down.
Oh, man. Please. Set the chain. Start the clock now.
And Dan, we'll just you interrupt us whenever you grab Coach, and after they shake hands.
Yep.
That's it. 30-7.
That is it, ball game. 30-7. Lincoln County goes up 3-1 in regular season play here. Teams are coming out, shaking their hands, and just as soon as Coach Campbell talks with the Greenbrier coach, Dan will have him there to get his words on tonight's game. And Addison, you got your stats tallied up.
Commerce just hit a 22-yard field goal. That's my stat. Now, it's 41-34 Commerce now. Looks like Commerce got a pretty good little kicker. Well, Big D actually was the one that done the stats for me, so we'll.
All right, go ahead, Dan.
All right, guys, I got Coach Campbell down here. Coach, the first half, they held the ball there for a while, especially in that first quarter, and ate up some clock and kept it close there for a little bit, but you got to of the boys and how hard they worked tonight to come out and get a big win.
Well, we were effort in the second half. Early in the first half, we got some breaks. They turned the ball over, and we played well, but I really felt like we played super in the fourth quarter, and I thought Garrett came in and really picked us up. But that's a pretty good football team.
What about that pass to Tyler Banks there?
Well, Garrett's got an arm. There's no question who can throw the football for us. What hurts Garrett more than anything else is his reads during practice, and we have to base who we start on who practices the best during the week. But every time we bring